Alright, today is Monday 25th August and the time is 2:24. Let's get straight into analysing. Let's mark out 2:30, 5 o'clock. Let's do the same one. ES real quick. And 5 o'clock. Yeah, you can see Asia low got swept already. London low is still in play. Both the London and Asia high is still in play. You can barely see it, but Asia low over here got taken straight on market open, and the price continued to the downside. Let's see weekly. We had this great wick out of this, if you want to consider this an order block, and we wicked out. And then we've still got this weekly fair value gap down here, so if we do push lower, this is where I would be targeting. But for the moment, we're going to continue to the upside. I mean, yeah, we broke structure already to the upside on the weekly. Daily, we're currently respecting a bearish fair value gap. So we can, I low-key do want to continue lower, even though on the weekly we are bullish. Daily, did push the upside. Well, there's just all these lows over here, and this over here, the weekly fair value gap, which I would want price to come tap into. I mean, that made a low high. But on the other hand, yes, it's pushed all the way higher. I would want all-time highs to get taken low-key, so we could disrespect this fair value gap today. 4 hour, we have this massive 4 hour fair value gap over here. This is basically, I mean, it's respected it for now, this bearish fair value gap, but it's just come way too high up for me not to consider buying or looking for buys. I mean, equilibrium's all the way down here, which is still within this fair value gap, so we could possibly go lower. I just gotta look at what the draw on liquidity is. And ES is clearly these, but we could come deeper into this. We could even come lower and tap into this IFEG that's been created. But yes, the drawn liquidity is probably these highs. NAS, we are still quite far. I mean, all of this has that need to get taken. So overall, my weekly bias is, yes, we should push higher, but today I feel like we're going to move lower into this fair value gap and continue higher, unless we get something that's telling me otherwise. Price has respected this hourly fair value gap as well. So let's quickly mark all the highs and lows before market open. It's high. Can't consider that a high, but not really a strong high for me to want to target. For a minute. Where's London high? That's not London high. That's London high. This right here is Asia high. watch market opens in a minute. But if this gets taken, this liquidity over here, I would be looking for buys. This gets swept. I mean, there's just so much buying opportunity on top. There's not really much liquidity down here to be targeting. We do have 3 o'clock news, but it's orange folder, so it's not that important. Let's quickly do ES. ES hasn't tapped into that weekly fair value gap either, but it's closing bullish. It's so close to all-time high, so ideally that should be taken and already invest this fair value gap. And haven't got a tap in just yet, but 4 hour, we're within that 4 hour fair value gap. Market just opened. 1 hour. I mean, I'm not going to really rush the entry because I rush to get into a trade because I don't trade until a couple of minutes until market opens. In terms of low, got that. Chances of price reaching this low is slim to none. Overall, we're bullish with this massive bullish close. In terms of highs, we have mark out that one first. And that's not really a high. I'll keep it there, why not? That's a swing high. That's a swing high, kinda. That's a swing high. That's a swing high. And that's a swing high. This kinda, yes, can consider a swing high. It's high. Which one's London high? This one. High. Ideally, I want London low to get taken first, which looks like what we're gonna get. Get rid of that. I want London low to get taken, so that, there we go, London low got taken here. So that I can look for possible buys, because I'm strongly bullish. I'm not saying strongly bullish. We are inside that. And now fair value gap, 15-minute fair value gap as well. 5-minute fair value gap starts here, already inside it. 1 minute starts down there. That's the 1 minute fair value gap. 5 minute. One second. So where price opened. Honestly, I'm targeting those highs. I'm bullish for today. If it's not buys, I don't want it. In terms of this, we could be creating an SMT off of. And technically, we already tapped into it, but we can mark out that low in 1 minute. Price could come when I attack. Alrighty. Let's look a bit stronger here. All of these draws on liquidity on the outside. This also has draws on liquidity. If you want that hourly, you can mark out all time high. Mark out as purple. Same with this, that's all time high. And then the low got touched, and we tapped into that 1 minute fair value gap, which I marked out. hopefully we make an S&T with London lows, and that would be a perfect buying opportunity. So what I want an S&T with London lows, and then we go attack those highs. I do have a confession to make. So you would see here, this says leader. The only way I would say that is if I have a second account. So as you can see, I do have a second account, but I got that account on Monday, not Monday, I got it on Friday, and let's create an S&T. Okay, that's with 130, another 30, I'll say 130 lows. Where was I? Oh yeah, as you can see, that's one dashboard. Dashboard. It's a new account, yes, but I did go on a tangent on Friday and ended up blowing it twice. But luckily, I locked myself out of this account. And yeah, I did reset again right now. So this is the leading pair, so I mean, yeah, I wanted to trade Nasdaq anyway, so yeah, I spent like £250 on it, just resetting it, not resetting it, buying and resetting it, and yeah, wasn't my brightest moment, but we live and learn. Had no reason to go off like that. Don't know what came over me, and yeah, I cannot let that happen again. 100%, 110%, it can't happen again. This is a nice S&T with London lows. 130. Nice. This is a nice bullish move. Could come to this 1 minute, wait for this inverse, but I'm gonna have to wait for my 5-minute confirmation. We got this 5-minute fair value gap, not respected. This is a 5-minute inverse. It's a nice S&T to start the day with. Should wait for more confirmation. I feel like this 1 minute IFAG, as well as this 1 minute order block. So I'm just gonna have to wait until price retraces back into here. And yes, it can go higher. So on the 5 minute see. I mean, most likely some people would have pre-fired it, entered already. If it comes all the way back down to here, then there's a good trade to take. But for now, still have time. You can sit and wait. This candle needs to close about there, and that can be considered a 5 minute. Okay, that is guaranteed a 5 minute IFEG. And yes, after this close, it's a 5 minute IFEG. 1 minute. Got this 1 minute. Fair value gap down here. Which is within discount. And the price hasn't tapped into EQ just yet, but soon it will. Tapped into EQ and that 1 minute fair value gap. If we have a nice close here, I wouldn't mind entering. I'm gonna have to wait and see how this closes. I mean, it barely tapped into the fair value gap, but a tap in is a tap in nevertheless. See how this candle closes. Wherever this candle closes, I will enter 15 minute sweep of this, create an S&T. It's more than enough with London and Asia high resting above. It's more than enough of a entry. I mean, that was a massive wick. Not to wait until this candle closes. Imagine I take this entry, I most likely could be stopped out. Oh, I wouldn't have been stopped out. I'd have been so close to it, but not stopped out. Okay, that's looking strong. And then we just got NQ, 3 contracts. See how this candle closes. Candle close bullish. Stops are there. Could add another 2 contracts. Buy. Okay. That's my take profit right there. It's going to be a very good trade with the London highs resting above. I'm going to be targeting 3K. Why I say that is because I don't want to be so much into profit where I have to make up more. This could be a quick stop loss, and I instantly will lock myself out of the account. And with the S&T resting above, that's a beautiful S&T price maybe. If we close bullish off this candle, I'm entering. Finally tapped into this fair value gap over here. So S&T is still holding. Down 1.2. This S&T is still holding and the trade's still valid. Price doesn't come to London low. I'm 100% going to have to de-risk. Gonna wait for that family confirmation before I even consider re-entering. Strongly bullish. There's no way I feel like prices will dump all the way back down to here. Wow, ES is so close to all-time high. And create that S&T on the 15-minute. 130, 230. 130, 230. Let's create an S&T. Sit here and wait for Nas to present something. I think I have a nice rejection out there. I have to sit on the 5 minutes and see. What's S&T still holding? So I'm strongly bullish. Strongly bullish. I've entered the trade early, but my trade is still valid at the end of the day. I'm gonna wait for that 1 minute confirmation. All these wick rejections just proving my point of bullishness. Tapped in, get a bullish close out of this one. I'm gonna enter. Pushed into equilibrium. We just got to close strong. This closes bullish and I'm entering. Stops at the bottom of that candle. If it closes blue, I'm entering. Okay, still closed within it. This kind of needs to close blue, strongly blue, and I'm in. Targeting those London highs. I can even de-risk. How's this gonna? 5 minute, yes, that's what I like to see. Breaking structure as well. This is gonna be a nice trade to enter off. I mean, ideally, if I put my stops down here to begin with, I still would have been in the trade. By the way I trade. Come on, push up a bit. That's not a good look. It's really not a good look. That's a terrible close. It's literally just moving sideways. time was London highs. London highs was 902. London highs was 902. Okay, that's a nice movement. Okay, that's nice. Go break even at this high. Come on. Call this up, this out. Come on, going. I'm locking myself out. I need this to be the push. That's it. Why it's moving like this. We need to close above here and create that breaker structure. Beautiful. So I can move stops to break even ASAP. What time was Asia highs? Asia highs was at midnight. That's a beautiful close. US is moving and Q is finally pushing. Asia highs was at midnight. 5 minute. Soon going to break even, make that blue for Asia, no London, and then red for Asia. You know what? I'm happy going break even right now. I shouldn't have a reason to come all the way back down to here. London high, Asia highs all the way above. All I need to make is that 4K and I'm out for the day. I was correct on my drone liquidity, but entry might have been too spontaneous. This 5 minute candle, if it closes above here, then got a nice breaker structure even up here. Ideally I wanted to close above here. Come on. How long until the 5 minute candle closes? A minute. So this 1 minute candle needs to close above that orange line. If it closes above there, then we're very good. Still got time. 30 seconds. That's it. I mean, I'm risk off now, so good. Beautiful. We're definitely going to take out those highs. So, there we go. That's London high. I just need a bit more higher to my TP. 4,200. That's the TP I'm targeting. Yeah, I'm just going to stick to it because I'm pretty sure we're going to target at least this fair value gap, then just taking out London high and then retracing all the way back down. So I'm just going to have to stick to it. And I know let's create equal highs with London highs. So I'm strongly, no way this happens again where it just retraces all the way back down to my entry. I'm strongly, hopefully it just retraces all the way back until here and then continues up. I'm strongly convinced that it's going to go take out those highs. Asia high still above. Let's create equal highs, there's no way. Just gonna have to sit and wait. The way this kind of closed so strongly, there's no way it doesn't go higher. Asia high is all the way up there. I'm not even targeting Asia high. I'm just targeting the end of this fair value gap up here. This can close like this, and the next candle should take it higher. We do have news at 3 o'clock. Maybe that was why. Wait, what was the candle that pushed it higher? That was the 255. Second, 1 minute. Yeah, this was the candle that pushed it higher. Okay, that's looking good in the 1 minute. I'm strongly convinced that this is going to push higher. And at least to this fair value gap. I didn't create an S&T, so we're good. Good to continue higher. Just gotta stick to it. And soon we're gonna be full take profit. Slowly but surely. That's it. Now it's just pushing strongly. Even though NAS was a lagging index to begin with. Asia high is all the way up there. So that's it. We're going to be into that 15-minute fair value gap very soon. There's no way to retrace all the way back down to here. Come on, let's hit there and then push lower. There's no way. Maybe push all the way lower. We broke structure on ES on the 1 minute. 5 minutes left behind this fair value gap all the way down here. Ideally, I wanted to push a bit higher before continuing lower. 1 minute. Fill this inverse. Fill this. Not completely, but wick it. And let's take out. Let's go to this high. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. That's it. That's what I like to see. And our TP is going to hit on this. And if it doesn't, that's just crazy. Crazy works if it doesn't. Come on, seriously? I'm playing games right now. If you want to go higher, just go higher, man. It's one of those times where I don't want this fair value gap all the way down here to be respected. That's it. Don't come down to respect that 5 minute. No, I'm gonna take that out. Seriously, there's no way. I need to leave behind this fair value gap. Leave behind this as a fair value gap and I'll be happy. There we go. There we go. Yes, my friend. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Almost there. Yes, bro. Oh my days. Take a sweet, sweet time. I might just take my profits. Actually, no. I'm gonna stick to it. We're inside that 15-minute value gap. My ideally is gonna get disrespected because there's an age high up there. And that is a strong draw on liquidity, so I'm gonna stay put. And yeah, what happens, happens. Should move my take profit to here, so I'm at least getting my 2.7 before it retraces all the way down on me. So we either get 4.2 or 2.7. In this sense, I see we're getting that 4.2. Come on, almost there. Almost there. And that's TP hit, 100%. Push, 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 push. I'm ready at 6k, I'm closing, done. There we go. TP hit 1 to 4. I could have targeted that Asia high up there for higher RR, but honestly, happy with it. In terms of account balance, we're up 6%. that's the account pass, but I still need to make the additional to be able to pass the account. So took a loss and then made 4k. Monday starting off strong, nice and beautifully. Let's go on to the other account, the follower account, and you can see we're up 2.8. So basically 3%. I know I could have held longer, but I just don't want that headache of after me passing it says this, so I have to make 4% now. Yes, I made it back to 6%, now I need to make another 4%. And if I can take that slowly with this account, it wasn't 50% of the trade, so we're good. This one updates instantly, which I like. I mean, this is obviously the new dashboard. So I've made, oh wait, no, this got saved out. I made 1,700. That does not make sense. Profit target reached 6k. I'm up 2.4. Yeah, that's not updating instantly. So we just gotta go here, lock all day. Yes, lock me out. Same as this one. I mean, it's the follower. So beautiful trade. I was strong on the drawn liquidity, and yeah, I'm glad it played out as intended. It was risky because this did get invest. Basically, did get invest. Where did I enter? Enter the trade at 256 open. 256 open, so long position. After that, it was my stops. My stops were at 253 low. That low. And TP was 309. Was that 309? Yep. 4 and 1 to 5. Over here it says 1 to 5. Basically 1 to 5. I mean, my entry was a bit higher into here. Onto 4.36, 4.36. Obviously it's not going to be perfect, so yeah, happy with that trade. I'm going to put an alert here so I know if I did hold obviously I should be taking partials, yes. And yeah, I'm going to get the trade recap done. I'm going to get the trade recap and trade journal done. I'm going to specify, obviously, I did enter a trade before around here where I took the loss. Let me maybe mark it out. The trade I took was off this. We had this strong bullish close over here. Long position off that close. Stops were there, and I was targeting, let's say, London highs. Correct bias, wrong time execution. Just like that. Yes. We did have this 1 minute value gap over here. Yeah, Asia high is definitely going to get taken. And guess what? I'm perfectly fine with that. I took my profits. Call it a day. Bish, bash, bosh. I'm not going to start rushing it and go through that nonsense again where I'm blowing accounts. So ES was terrible to trade it in sideways, at least Nas gave the push up. Anyways, I'm gonna get my trade day recap and trade journal done. You guys will see in a second. Yeah, peace. Not peace. Just wait a second. Alright, just finished writing my trade recap, or trade day recap, whatever. Time is basically 5 o'clock, same date, Monday 25th August. Trading NQ, account was eval, bias was bullish, confluences, we had clean candle structure, liquidity sweep, equilibrium, breaker structure, fair value gap, and an S&T. Date 25th August, outcome was a win. Total PnL was 5,675. Why? Because I entered on 2 accounts, so the profits doubled. It was a 1 to 4.36, and the sell grade was an A. This right here was the trade. Where I took the first trade was a loss. Second trade hit full take profit with 0 or minimal drawdown. I think I entered off this candle where it went down, and then the next candle is one. Yeah, I entered off this candle. This candle I entered off of. Alright. Oh, there's an accident. Okay. Psychology during the trade and trade recap was trade recap, not trade day. Trade. It was a 7.5 mindset, pre-market. Clear and structured. I built a bullish bias from ES and NQ context. Strong fair value gap from Friday's news and untapped London and Asia highs. Confidence was high but rooted in logic, not ego. First trade I took obviously was this one. It was a loss. I accepted a 1.2 loss. No revenge, no tilt. The entry was aggressive, 1 minute confirmation instead of 5, but I knew why I did it, and I was mentally okay with the outcome. Growth compared to old me. Old me would have been like, why did that happen, this, that, and try getting in straight away. But psychology shift. Instead of shutting down after the loss, I stayed patient. Validated bias. S&T was still in place. ES didn't come take out London lows, and this didn't even take out this low, which made me more strong on the bias, because if I put my stops down here, I would have still been in the trade. But because of the way I trade, I put my stops on the candle, the strong bullish candle or strong bearish candle, the top or bottom of that candle. Why? Because it shouldn't have any reason to come lower past that candle to continue up. Because if it comes lower to that candle, it's going to go a lot lower. So I keep my stop losses tight. S&T is still in play and found another high probability setup. That's real discipline. Second trade was a win. I managed emotions perfectly. Wait for an extra candle to confirm. Strength instead of forcing entry. Confidence grew after the breaker structure. No wick candle, which reinforced conviction. Overall, I stuck to bullish bias. Adjusted after an execution error, avoided tilt, and managed the consistency rule with prop firm goals in mind. Average discipline day, slightly overconfident with the first trade, scaling down to the 1 minute too quickly. I really need that. The trade recap. Bias, bullish, ES at all-time highs, draw. Not really at all-time highs, it was close. Close to all-time high draw. NQ lagging. This needs to go. NQ lagging. Huge Friday fair value gap. London and Asia highs above as liquidity. So it was a strong draw on liquidity. Key confluences. ES and QSMT straight, NQ swept London lows whilst ES held bullish divergence. Strong news driven fair value gap that along further down this side. I mean, you saw the video, you saw at the beginning of the video where there was a massive Friday move up, and it was that massive fair value gap where it was a fair value gap on every time frame. I waited until price tapped into the 1 minute fair value gap, like the start of it. I mean, it was a good add-on, but it wasn't 100%. If it didn't tap in, I wouldn't have traded it. It just gave me more of a confluence. Cleared liquidity draws, trade 1, loss. Entry was a 1 minute fair value gap in discount. Wait for bullish close. Issue no 5 minute confirmation. Price was too choppy. The result was I lost 1.2. Okay. Trade 2 was a win. Entry 1 minute fair value gap after failed lower low. So it failed to make a lower low, and strong bullish candle. Confidence with the next candle. Breaker structure upside, no wick. Conviction. Target top of 15-minute fair value gap above London highs. Safe. Prop firm will consider it. Results was $4,050. I don't know if it was. I think it was a 4.37. Net PnL was $2,837.60 on main and mirrored copy trading account. So it's that times 2. So I made $5,675.20 total. Progress 50% of TopStep challenge complete. So I'm 50% through. So I just need to make another 50%. So I just need to make around 3k or 3.2, and I'll pass the account. Key takeaway: I didn't let the first loss control me. I recentered, kept my bullish thesis intact, and executed cleanly on the second chance. This was one of my it was one of my disciplined New York session performances yet. In terms of the trade, I could walk you through it. Right here. Alright. Let's see, this was the initial trade where over here we had this 1 minute. It was a 15-minute SMT, and then price pushed high, leaving behind this 1 minute fair value gap within equilibrium. Price did tap into both equilibrium and this fair value gap. I didn't enter off this one because it wasn't a really strong bullish close, but this, because it was higher up and it was showing moves to the upside, entered off here. Price gave a little reaction and absolutely plummeted, taking me out after 2 minutes. So what happened after? I can get rid of these. What happened after? We got 1 second. Price failed to make this take out this low, proving that this is just a sweep. And I mean, it did come into equilibrium, like far into equilibrium, and then it pushed higher. You can't consider this a breaker structure over here. I don't know, I didn't count it. And then we left behind a 1 minute fair value gap. What did price do? Price came back into the 1 minute fair value gap, gave a nice bullish reaction out there, of tapping into equilibrium and closing above here. At the time, price tapped into equilibrium and was strongly bullish. If price had closed up here, I would have taken the trade regardless. But price ended up shooting back down, back into equilibrium, and then the next candle was a strong bullish close. Although we did inverse this fair value gap, so I didn't enter straight away. I didn't want to enter and then get stopped out straight away. And then so I waited for the next bullish close. This candle closed bullish, so I entered off here. I was meant to enter off here, but due to TopStep, I entered somewhere down here. on this candle though. And then can remove that. I ended off this candle and we had a little bit of drawdown straight away, but nothing crazy. And the next candle absolutely sharp, breaking structure to the upside right here. That's a break of structure. And this candle had no lower wick, which just gave me more confidence in the trade. And slowly but surely we made our way to take profit, full take profit for 1 to 4.61 over here, but on TopStep. 1 second. Yeah, this, as you can see, this is the follower account, up 2.8. You can see that was a loss, and then I made 4%. Okay, 1 second, because it was drawn on this chart, so I want to show you. I got filled in somewhere around here, because that candle opened and I entered a bit lower for 4.36, 4.61, yes, just a bit of a difference. But I did take my full take profit up here, and then whilst I was typing, I just wanted to see if Asia high would get taken, and if I wasn't going to take the trade, but I was just seeing if my confidences would add up. We had this 5-minute fair value gap, which I marked out earlier, whilst this trade was still in play. Price came into that 5-minute fair value gap, pushed out of it, leaving behind a 1-minute fair value gap not within equilibrium, but equilibrium was resting below. Price came in, tapped into equilibrium, strong bullish close out of there. That would have been my entry. Stops at that low, and then I move this to the side so you can see the trade. Price did come very close to stop loss, but pushed up higher for 1 to 3.24, taking Asia high. If it wasn't due to the consistency rule, I would have held this trade, obviously taking partials along the way, maybe 50% here and then the rest of it here, or those hourly 1 hour highs along the way that I was going to take. Also, something I realized is the trades, the spread, I think that's the word for it, is not really aligned with both things, because over here you can see I didn't get stopped out and price continued up. But over here, this is the same fair value gap right here. You can see 323. Where is it? 323. If you mark that out, just like that, that's the 1-minute fair value gap. Strong bullish close out of there. Actually, I'd even mark out EQ yet. EQ of this range was there all the way to 324. So from the low to 324, just like that. You can see price didn't tap into equilibrium with this candle, but over here, that 327 candle tapped into equilibrium and gave a strong reaction. 327, strong reaction, never tapped into EQ. And long position off there. My stops would have been here. You can see, got stopped out immediately. Why? I don't know. I think from now on I might just trade solely off here, because it just looks cleaner and I'm not getting this kind of stopped out. I mean, yes, I could have long positioned there. Ideally I would have put my stops there, but my stops would have been there, targeting Asia high for a 124. I feel like I should start just be trading on straight off TopStep, and you can see everything's the same. And yeah, lock myself out, get rid of that. That there, delete that, if there was anything, reset. 5-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame. And yeah, that's me done for today. Beautiful trade, easy, clean, and simple at the end of the day. Yes, oh my days. Thank God I didn't trade ES. ES was just chopping. I mean, yes, it created these equal highs with London high, so I was even more strong in my trade for NQ. Regardless, that was a good trade. Delete all the things, and we come back tomorrow. Anyway, that's me done. Oh yeah, didn't show this. This is when I went on my rampage. I don't know if the PnL, I think the PnL is worse than this, but I'm not obviously I'm going to read this. I can't be asked to read that, but essentially on Friday I went a bit on a tangent. I did mention at the beginning of the video where I bought a new account, so I bought this account right here, and this is my third time resetting it. Why? Because Friday I bought it, yes, blew it straight away within maybe an hour, and then I was just entering buy, sell. I was just revenge trading at its finest, over leveraging. It wasn't a proud moment, and I told myself I'm gonna come today serious, none of that business where I'm revenge trading. I can't keep going on like that. And then after I blew the account, what did I do? I reset straight away and blew it in like half an hour, 20 minutes. And then I literally just sat here, just thinking about what I'd done. And then, yeah, terrible psychology there and trading. It all came because, yes, I bought the account, but I wanted to be at least 3% up. So when we came Monday, both the accounts are on the same amount. But I ended up realizing that it's not worth it. And yeah, I should just, I should just take it slow, because things with slow is a lot quicker to get it done, because yes, I can go fast, but as you can see, when I went moderately fast, I would have a win. So yeah, we're gonna have to slow things down. And the thing is, I locked myself out of this account. If I didn't, I promise you I wouldn't have this account. This account would have been gone straight less. And yeah, other than that, it was a good trading day. Come back Wednesday because I'm working tomorrow, so the days I work I don't trade. Other than that, thanks for watching. Any questions for me, leave it in the comments. And yeah, peace.